And we are live. Oh, firework went.
Oh, there it goes.
Yep. So we got our stream bot is running.
Mm-hmm.
We were still in the middle of doing adventure, working
Yep.
at working on the bat was the last thing we had left off at. We had the majority of the bat working. He had this one issue where he would get stuck on the edge, and instead, like, you would just kind of run along the edge.
Yeah.
Right. And so we had discussed that the issue was likely the boundary.
Yeah, being a little bit too. Was it too big or too little? Like, because it had to do with the. Go ahead, elaborate, John. You seem to have a little better handle on it than I do. I'm sorry, it popped back into my head. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that, the boundary.
Yeah, it had to do with the fact that this is negative 240 and this is set to 240. And so I think there's an issue where it's actually even though we can't see it, it's kind of bouncing back and forth because the boundary is not doesn't have enough of a gap on it. Like, looks like side maybe it's even how much we move. Let's see, how much do we move on this? We move 2 steps. That should be. So Y position, but I saw it got stuck at the top. So
It did. So maybe that's. Did we go the wrong way? Or do we need some more?
Well, I think let's do this. Let's make the adjustment on this one because this should be. We'll do the other one. We'll just move it back.
So that should clear it from the test.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, there's the bat.
Yep. It's no longer on the screen, so we don't see it. Come on, randomizer.
Right, 'cause you gotta change direction now, right?
Yeah.
Is he still in room 1?
Right, because remember we made it so that if he goes off the screen and there's no room there, it just stays on the same.
Oh, here he comes.
All right, so
he's in room 6. Oh, he changed again. Now he's in room 7.
Yep. Ah, see here he's got him stuck. So, what is it in here that is stuck?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. See if we can get stuck again, because I forgot we already had these up here. Come on.
Oh,
wow.
Look at all that random. Yeah, it's funny it hit those all at once, huh?
Yeah. There, hit a couple of them again. Come on. Get stuck.
Why is it not getting stuck, man?
I don't know. Let's see if we could try to reason about it for a minute. So the question is whether when it gets stuck on the edge, we're saying move 2 steps, but it seems to be only moving one of the directions, which makes me think that it's like the Y position is getting reset constantly, which is why I was thinking that the difference was the fact that the position it was and the position we were setting it to was too close to the edge. So like the X and Y wouldn't change enough in either direction to actually break the boundary, but it doesn't seem like what was happening.
Yeah, now it's not happening at all.
Well, it happened for a second there, and I couldn't get I forgot that the variables were already up. I was trying to put them up. which is why we were. Maybe I need to.
Yeah, that
stop
happened
it.
on room 8 before. But I don't know that that has anything to really do with it. I think it has more to do with the position.
Yeah.
Should give ourselves like a little button to change the direction.
I know. I bring up the direction too. Come on. Come on, jerky.
Oh man. Oh, now it's doing some stuff at least. Ooh.
Yeah. I wonder if it's these fractions.
You think they get too big?
Well, I don't know. I mean, unless we actually fixed it, unless that was the issue, that it was. But I could have sworn the last time when we just ran it, it got stuck on the top. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So how did it?
It's room number 8 again, which is something.
Wait a minute.
That's interesting.
But why is exactly 180?
Hmm.
How is it staying 180? So like why?
Is it because we have that greater then, so it's not going in?
Yeah, maybe because it hit 180 exactly.
Yeah, which maybe that's why we had to wait around so long for it to happen.
But does this? Let's see. I thought stuff could go off screen on Snap, right? So it can go off screen. So why didn't it go?
Well, I'm just saying maybe it hit that condition just right, like it would have. That's why it wasn't happening. But when it happened to hit that test in the loop, it was exactly 180.
Do we have something else in here that does a check on that position? This. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see it. Oh my goodness, we missed. So you remember when we? I didn't mean to click on that. Remember when we were working on adding this? We did a thing where we were trying to put in a thing that would switch the value and make it negative instead.
To make it start over at the top.
Yeah, or the bottom.
Or the bottom, whatever. Yeah, the other
so
side.
We were doing a sign switch.
Yeah.
Well, we took them out of everything else except for this one here at the top.
Oh, that is still there, so that doesn't belong there. That flip.
Yeah. Yep. So this is what was I think was causing us a problem. That's why it only happened in that one case. Let's try running this again. I mean, I don't know how we're going to prove that it's not doing it anymore, except that just after a long enough period of time, it didn't do it. I think we probably are safe to keep working. We'll just leave the mouse up and see if it happens again as we're working.
Yeah, the pointer guy.
Yeah.
The turtle, I guess.
The
is
turtle.
What
That's
call
what
that, right?
I said pointer, but I meant turtle.
Yeah, well, you said mouse, and I think I said pointer because we're both thinking it looks like the thing that you're running around with your mouse. But it's a turtle.
Exactly.
Turtle. Because it looks so much like a turtle. That's why they call it that.
Yeah, you know what? It's because it was the shape that they created for the turtle in the very first computers, you know?
Yeah. Right.
I wonder where the turtle was first done. I remember doing it on an Apple.
That's my first memory of it, is like on the Apple IIe.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I can't say that was first, right? Like
That's a very yeah. I'll have to look up and see, because I remember. I mean, that's man. That was like everything for programming when you started.
Yeah, well, it was the only really graphical kind of a thing that you could have going on.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
That was a big.
you know, I figured there
Yeah.
might be some people around by now. There's plenty in the chat.
A couple of aliens. So neat. All right. So now we got the bat doing that. Now the next piece that we haven't actually done yet here is we need to actually be able to have it pick stuff up, right?
Right.
Because that's what the bat does. Is it runs around the screen. The part that's interesting, at least it seemed to be, that it would actually point towards something if it was on the screen with it.
Right. Like once it entered the room with an object it could pick up, it would actually go to it.
Yeah. So that
Seems
might
easy
be
enough.
I hope so.
Well, we know each item knows where it is.
Yeah, I think that's maybe we'll make the key the first one we'll try to do it with.
Yeah, because it's right there. Because it comes out pointed at it when we start up.
But you know what? That is true. Let's point it in a different direction to see if it'll just switch to it. Right. So we'll put that at 90. So technically, it should move to the right across the screen. But then we want to have some logic in here that's going to test.
Yeah, so how would it know what it's in a room with?
Well, it has its room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it knows its room.
So I think we're going to need to do...
I wonder if we could have like a report broadcast that would cause all the sprites to report their room.
Well, I mean, we can just have it as a global variable, right? I think right now...
For each sprite, you mean? Like for the gold case? Yeah, we could do that.
Because right now we have it individualized, right? We have current room number here, right? So this is the unique...
It's starting to feel like a list, John.
I know.
It's getting tabular at this point.
Yeah, maybe we can...
Well, let's
Can we...
let's try and do it with the key and just a global variable for now.
Well, what if we do it as a global variable that's a list?
Okay.
And I'm thinking about because one of the benefits that we might be able to take advantage of with the list, I can't remember if we can actually do it. Can we? So I was trying to picture if we can make it so that we can have a reference to the sprite itself in the list. We'll create a thing called game items, and I think for the sake of argument, I'm just going to put it here so we can do. We'll set game items, right, and we'll put a list in here. Stop scrolling. Okay.
So that's set to an empty list right now.
Yeah, so then we're going to actually want a list of lists. Right, so...
Okay.
So I think what we'll do is the first one... Yeah. Is this how we did it?
It is.
I was trying to look at the stage, right? So we did... Oh, so we did it this way where we added a list versus trying to build it out. because we set map to list, which was empty, and then we added these items. So that might be a good way
Oh,
for us to.
yeah. You mean how we filled it? That's yeah.
Yeah. Where was I when I was doing that?
Yeah, what were you on?
I don't know.
Was it like the?
Oh, I was on the gold key. I was on the gold key.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you can make that nothing, and then we just did. We did an add. Right?
Yeah, that's how we were doing it to build it up.
Alright, so then we can add a list. Oh no, we need to do that, and then this is.
That's game items.
I'm missing something. Yeah. Oh, I gotta actually drag it onto it. I was like, why?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it
You
not
got to
just...
get the bubble, the variable bubble, for game items. There you go. And then so that'll add.
Yeah. So what I was thinking we could do is we can do gold key as like the first item, and then this would be the room number.
Okay.
But I don't see how we wouldn't be able to.
Well, there's a find, so you have to find the gold key and then change it.
Yeah.
So that find first item actually lets you do like where item 1 equals key.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's how we would dig them out or push them in, I guess.
I was trying to see if there was a way that we could actually put the sprite in here, but I don't think we can.
I don't think the sprite exists like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just keep. Basically, we can just keep adding these. I guess I don't need to do that. No. Duplicate.
So right now you're on the gold key. Do we actually want to do this like on the stage or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking we would do it on this stage. I'm actually having a little bit of. I'm concerned about timing of everything as it happens.
Well, how about this? I mean, so you could initialize the game items list on the stage, but then do the manipulations from each sprite since it's global.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of planning on that. What I was thinking is. Oh, I don't need to duplicate that many. Let's do black key. All right, I think that's it. Is there anything? I guess we'll have
The
magnet.
sword you got.
Oh, you know what? Chalice too.
Oh, and the bat
We
and
don't.
the player. Do we care about that?
I don't think so. I don't think we do actually, because it's just the items that it goes after. It doesn't pick up players, but it does pick up dragons.
Right. And the chalice.
And the chalice. You know what? We actually have ones that don't exist yet. We can put in here because there's bridge.
Oh, and the white key and the magnet.
Yeah. I want to move these around so they're at least somewhat ordered.
Make a little sense.
Yeah. And then.
The magnet. Be the only
Oh yeah. All right. Here comes where my spelling impairedness happens.
Magnet. Magnet.
Yeah, it looks good.
Works for me.
We are dictionaries. All right, so we'll put that over there on the stage. We'll get rid of that. I think this looks good. Just add that to the bottom for the time being. We should probably I think the question is whether we define these here or have it on each of its own startups that it would find it and update it. My concern is timing
Mm-hmm.
because of the way that stuff happens. So I think we should define these. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I think we should define them here.
Okay.
Gold key is easy because it is in room 0. Sword is in room 5. Are you writing these down?
I can.
Just so that we can.
Sword is in no, go ahead. Sword is in 5. 0 is easy. So
Yeah,
gold
we got
key's
that.
easy.
Gold's good.
Next.
Black key is in 3. Chalice is in 8. Green Dragon is in 3.
3.
And Gold Dragon is in 4.
All right. And that's all. The other ones don't exist yet. So
Yeah, the other ones don't exist yet, so we don't have anything. Maybe I should actually remove them for the time being.
just unbuckle them, but leave them on the
Yeah,
in the code.
we don't have these. We don't have the white key yet. Unbuckle them like that. Yeah, they're buckled up.
Well, I feel like that's when they snap in there, right?
Yeah.
So like you buckle them onto your coat.
So what? So black key was
Black key was 3.
and sword.
Sword was 5.
Green dragon.
3.
Yellow dragon. And the chalice.
8.
8. All right. So yeah. So now we've got that. Should be able to. Nice. All right. So now we can see that that's there. Let's we'll do the gold key first, right? So we'll have a thing in here.
So see that set current room number and all that. Like, do you think we should just eliminate that and use just the list?
But then we're gonna have to search the list for every loop on this every time it does it. I think having the current room number in here would be good.
So just update it when we change it. We just change it in both places.
I think that's what I'm gonna do for the time being.
I'm cool with that. I just wanted to kind of like think that through. I was like, because I wasn't sure. Like, I felt the same way you did. It's like it's going to be a lot of searching of that list if that's where everything has to kind of go.
Yeah. So how do we do this? How do we update a given item in the list?
So we have to find it essentially by name,
Right. So you say find item.
and then that's going to be where
We did this somewhere already, right? So we did this
I
in
think so. Was it in the?
Adventurer, I think.
Was it in the Adventurer? I guess. Yeah. If
because-
it wasn't on the stage, it must be in here.
Right, because
it
we were
is.
doing this here where we say item 3 of
Find
first.
first.
Oh, okay. So item of. That's how we're gonna get. So we want to say item of.
Yeah.
Like
So
we're
that's
trying
how
to
we
get
get
a
the
specific-
position.
Yeah, we're trying to get a specific value out of the position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is a little complicated. All right, let me
It
see.
is a little complicated. I must want to take a screenshot so I can reference it.
I know. That's what I was thinking too. So we're gonna say. In our case, we want to get item 2. Ours isn't the map. Ours are game items, right? That we want to get it out of.
Right.
And then we want to. Now we need to have a conditional here. Oop.
Where
Combine
within
the-
that, the item 1 equals the name. So we need another. So now we need item because item item 1.
Yeah, because we're getting basically. Wait a minute. Let me go back.
Where's value?
Oh, because we're saying value isn't value.
What is value?
It's this input. Value. I can't believe we wrote this.
Item 1, yeah, right, of value.
But
Which
see,
must...
it's got a green block in here too, so we got to be able to say that. So let's go back and look at that again.
Why is this so hard to think about?
So here's where the value comes in. And then, because the value is that we want to say 1. But we actually need an operator here, because we need to be able to say where.
Yeah, is equal to.
Yeah, we got to say where this.
Yeah.
Is equal to.
And now we
here
use the
we're gonna say
name.
gold key.
Right. Right.
Do we even need this?
Well, that's going to take you to the numeric, right?
Yeah, that takes us to the numeric value. But how do we set?
Item 2 of game items is just going to be black key, though. That's wrong.
No, it's item 2 of the item that's coming out of this. That first item.
Of the
So
item
this is-
2 that's... Oh, because
right,
that's
so-
inside the light red there. So that's
Yeah,
part of
so it's-
that.
Yeah, so we're basically saying get the first item where
Right.
the item 1.
Yeah, so column A equals gold key. Give us column B of that one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But we actually don't care what the value is. We want to assign it a value. So we've now found the item. Can we?
Can we set it?
Yeah, that's the. We can replace.
I think you could probably do an equal. Is there set? How do we set? Replace item. So we would have to update it and replace it? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, right. I think.
But
it might
maybe
be,
we
though.
do. Yeah.
Maybe we do.
We both thought about it around the same time there. It's funny.
Because see, here's with things. So we could actually do replace item 2. I keep forgetting it doesn't have a selector, right? And we say this is going to be that piece, and then this will actually be whatever the current room number is. So now just get.
Yeah. So that'll replace the B column with what the room number is now.
Yeah.
So replace item 2 of find first item where the name equals gold key and replace it with the current room number. Yeah, that is it, John. So hard to look at first, though.
I know. Well, let's see if it works, right? Because this should work. What we should be able to see is this number should change as we carry the key. Right, so if we get this started up, I should be able to pick this up and go to the next room. Ah! It changed to 1.
Okay. 2.
Oh, there's no room that direction.
Oh. What happened?
Yep. Whoa.
Okay,
Cool.
it totally works. All right, cool. So that's the deal. It's funny because that is so generic. It looks like you almost want to put that in its own little function.
Yeah, where we could pass in the name.
Just the
And,
name, yeah. And you have that ability to pass a...
We gotta pass in a name and a room number. Just make a block.
Do you even need a room number? It's
Yeah,
getting the
because we
room
gotta set
number.
it. Right, so we're telling it. If this is super generic, we're gonna actually have to tell it what the value is, right?
Yeah, but I think we still can.
I wonder where this would be under. Would this be under? I guess it could be variables. So let's try this, right? So we want
It's
to
manipulation. So, or it could be in lists because it's really a list manipulation. See it?
I'm sorry, say that again.
So if you look up there, there's a lists section that you can put it into, which is where we are. Actually, the dark red is lists.
I don't see the.
So you have your make block window open there.
Oh yeah. Well, this is in variables. There's only one spot, right? So it's under variables.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I do. I'm talking about the modal window that popped up.
oh, I see.
That's what I was talking about. Because that'll stick it down there in that bottom part in that palette for us.
I gotcha. All right, so let's say set game item room. And then I can do a plus here, right? And then I can say this will be item name.
Mm-hmm.
I can add another one.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be room number. And so then I should be able to put that there.
Yeah, I like it. Take the gold. Yep.
And I should be able to put that there and room number here. Alright, so then we should be able to...
Should be... Why is it not in there?
There it is. So now I should be able to put that there, and then...
Current room number?
This will be gold key, and then...
Right, and that should still do it.
Yeah.
Let's get
And
that little test.
the good piece with that too is that then it will be... We will be able to just kind of attach it to different stuff.
Yep, and there it goes.
Yep.
It's working.
Nice.
That's a big win. I like it.
Alright, great. So now that we have that, and I'll just... Well, we'll do it just for this here. So now that we have that in the bat, we actually want to be able to... well, it's not bat, it's in the bat mover. Ooh, how slow is this going to be? I guess we'll give it a try, right? So, now we need to do the same thing. We're going to say find first item of from game items, where we're going to have...
So this is, we're going to want the room index, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Right. So in this case, it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to say where item 2 is equal to the current room.
It's bat room number.
Oh.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I was expecting to see a private variable for the values there, so that's what got me mixed up. All right, so we need to.
Is there like an? What does that return if there's nothing?
What does it return if there's nothing? I don't know. Is empty.
There we go.
Well, this is returning an item, though. Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
I don't think it. I think if we did is empty, it's going to take the first second dimensional array and pull it in. So we don't want that. You know what I mean? Because it'll basically what it's going to do is, it's going to get, because we have these are each in part of an array.
Maybe they look in operators. Maybe there's an is null in Snap.
That's true. What if it just returns false?
It might. It would just put some JavaScript in there. Look at the bottom thing there.
Yeah.
How do we get? How would we get some insight into that?
I'm not sure, but I think we could probably do this. Let me drop it in there. I seem perfectly happy with that. So we're going to say if there is a first item.
Mm-hmm. But then we need it.
Yeah. So then we need to use it in a set, right? So we're going to need a variable, a local variable. You said there was variables that we can use that are...
They're script level, yeah. It's like a gray block. There it is. See it? But you can't even use it outside of the stuff you have chained together there. You can name that too, I believe.
Okay. But then I can do...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, we actually want something even smaller than that. We want to take item 1 from that. So that'll give us, so what we're getting out is the name, right? So this will actually be now item name. Let's just be game name. Select game item name. Because we have to actually know what the difference is.
If you did that set up top, you might be able to just test the variable. Like if you did all that inside, yeah, outside, and then just test the...
I guess I just would drag this down here.
They let you do it the same way, so...
Yeah, so if we do it like that, so here's part of what I just thought of as I was doing this, right?
Okay.
If we put this into the loop, it is going to go after, it's going to try to chase after that item the entire time.
Just make it when we change rooms.
There you go. I think that's the idea.
It's a good thought, though. You're right. Like it would just be kind of wigging out the whole time.
Yeah, it would get stuck, right? I think if we tried to put it in there, it may even make it the whole game run really, really slow because these types of checks are not cheap.
But we could do it when we first enter the room and then point it in that direction and then walk away.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let me...
Do we have like a changed room?
Well, we have this.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, we just don't listen for it here. So let's try doing that.
Yeah, just listen. What's the matter?
We'll try. I'm concerned that this happens and then the point happens, so we won't even see it occur. Well, but we can wait. Well, we'll do it this way. Let's try it. So we can just say when.
What we should do is take that point in direction and just have that be the default if nothing comes out. Just point at 90 and go. And then just always do this check when it enters a room.
I'm sorry, say this again?
Maybe I'm not making sense. Go ahead. I want to see what you're working out there. I think I might be thinking about it in a different way. So, okay.
No, like that.
You have to do point toward the sprite.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. All right, so that should... This is kind of what I'm expecting that we would do. Basically saying, hey, do we have it? Then we'll point towards it.
It went right at it. No, it didn't. Where's it going? Why did it change like that right out of it? I guess the randomizer just hit it.
Yeah. let's try this again. Was it heading towards it?
It was, but then it changed. Hang on a second. Maybe move the key.
Oh, that worked. I think it. Whoa, wait a minute. We got expected list, but got Boolean. Expected list, but got Boolean.
So there was an error in there.
Yeah, but then. Expected list, but got Boolean. So the value. The value. This should have been.
Item 2.
Yeah, that should have worked. Why didn't that work? Let's see. Maybe it failed. Hold on a second. Maybe it failed when it changed to a different room. I didn't notice specifically when that error message popped up.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. You know what? It didn't like it because first item came back with nothing, and then this expected it to. It couldn't
And then
find
it tried
any...
to drill in.
Yeah, so then it tried to drill in. So I think that's why this can't work like this, right? So what we can do though is instead of game item name being the piece that we're gonna get, we can do maybe what we do is set game item name to this. Then we say if that, then we can then get this out of here.
And that'll do the match.
Yeah, instead
okay.
of this being that, it'll be game item. I gotta change all this. Does it have rename logic? Yes, it doesn't exist anymore. Thank you. Let's try it like that. Yeah, so we had a situation where it tried to find an item and it found nothing, but then it tried to get the first value of it and it's like, hey, I expected this to be a list.
All right, so it didn't error out that time, so that's good.
No error. Cool. So I should be able to take this and go into here. Oh, this isn't room 4?
It says 1.
Which one's 4? Is this one 4?
Now you're in 4. And there's everybody. It's not... What? Whoa.
Oh, it's really slow. What
is it slowing it down that much?
Let me save. I want to try reloading it and seeing if it makes a difference. Look how slow the bat's moving.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it wasn't just from what we did, just from adding a list. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. We're never going to need more than 64K.
Oh, man. Hey, good morning, Jim. I saw you on there earlier, but I wasn't sure if you were there.
The question is, are any of us actually ever there? All right. That took a long time to load up.
Yeah. Is it any better? It is.
So far, it seems better. So, I can't remember if it chased after the key, though.
Like,
Oh, the dragon.
Is
This is making it slow.
that what the problem is? The dragon?
Hey, at least he's chasing. We got too much debug information on here.
Yeah.
I wonder if the debug information is actually the problem.
Could be part of it. It's got to write it all.
Yeah, so let me try turning that stuff off here. I'll go to the bat mover. I'll turn off its variables. Alright, so let's stop that. Alright, things are moving normal. Let's go hit that green dragon. It is definitely green dragon related. Is it now just slow? It is. It's like, do you see it? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like it's jerky.
I can. Yeah, it's not smooth. What do we do, man?
I don't know.
It's before it was like the touching stuff that we had to work out that was really clobbering us. Well, look at the two dragons.
I know. Whoa. Ah.
There's a lot more going on in this game now.
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness, it's so slow.
Yeah, what is up? Why did that?
I don't know. I'm trying to see if we can see what is actually happening. Oh, so slow.
Why? All right, so it was running fine, and then we added this bat stuff. And
Too bad we can't just like disable the bat.
I mean, you could just detach its code.
I guess that's true, right? So we could just do.
Because really, just that bat changed room. Like if you just pop even that part off, that was really what we added. Like just pop that code off of there for a second. See if we get any better.
I don't think it can.
But it looks better.
No, see, it's the same.
No, it got jerky once the dragon got
because-
involved.
Yeah, once it's almost the green dragon becoming active. But I wonder if it's because we have so many things going on off screen. It almost feels like we would need to optimize the off screen perform like stuff.
Mm.
Let me get rid of that. Right, so I've detached the bat code. So there is no bat channel. Let's see if that. It's still jerky with the green dragon. Yeah, it's like, so it didn't matter that we added the bat code. Oh my goodness. Why are you still chasing me? Oh,
All right, so it wasn't the bat code.
it was not the bat code. What is this little box there?
It's the key.
Oh, it's the key. It was the way it was hidden. I was like, what is the box? Stop killing me. I got it. You don't like me.
All right, so it wasn't the bat stuff.
Yeah, so it's not the bat stuff, but it's definitely the green dragon stuff. Why would this be killing us? We can stop the script. It's got to be this loop,
It's the only thing that's running the whole time.
right? So if we stop this and we restart this, it must not be getting into this. So this loop here is fast. Is it this touching? But don't we have that same code? Well, this is the green dragon. This isn't even. Maybe it's in the mover.
The mover definitely has like the following loop.
Yeah.
There's a weight in there. But like that's how fast that must have been going at one time. What is
Yeah, that was
happening?
more about us trying to slow down the dragon running. Point towards adventure, move 60. So this is that same logic here on the green. Let's see if it slows down if we go to the green dragon without going to the golden dragon first. It's a little slower in here. It's definitely slower once the green dragon is in the room. Like I can feel.
Mhm.
But see, now it's back to normal. So like once I leave the room with the dragon, it's good.
Because he stops.
Because he stops. Because this no longer happens. Do we think the dragon? Where is that performance happening? Because the difference between the green and yellow dragon is that the green dragon stops doing its thing once you're off the screen, whereas the yellow dragon or the golden dragon, we've set that one is set up where it'll continue to chase you regardless, right?
Mhm. Right,
And that's
once you engage him.
yeah. Oh, that's right. We created that adventure mirror so that we could actually have a place to have the dragon run to when the adventurer wasn't in the room with them.
Hmm.
That's why we had the chasing adventure, because we can turn that on when basically the first time you enter the room, it becomes a chaser. Um, so then this logic just gets run. Is that weight maybe just does that weight for everything, or is that just in the loop?
I think it's just in this loop, but you know what? I'll tell you, it's hard to say. You think maybe it's blocking everything?
I think it is. I'm thinking we can just let's step this down so how much it moves is slower. I'm gonna try that on the green dragon as well.
And there is a timer, so you can time stuff like more conventionally, like you would do. You know, kind of interrogate the
Oh
timer.
my
Wow, look how
goodness.
slow he's going. Look at everything ground down. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Almost felt like the weight was helping us.
The weight was helping us. That's disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Do you think it's that point two logic?
Maybe. Could be it could even be steps. Yeah, 0.2 and steps. Because it's got to be doing some kind of like under the covers, like tweening type of deal.
Yeah, but I think this. Let's try doing something like this. This is green dragon.
Okay.
I'm moving around nice and fast.
All right, everything's good. Whoa, super fast actually.
Yeah, so now
He doesn't.
definitely doesn't grind down to a halt. It's still a little sluggish. Just trying to see. No.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see what maybe, like, if there's something in here that was actually causing it. Like, so what if?
Let's see.
Could we do like Could we do something where it tries to turn towards it every so often?
Probably could. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think it is interesting that the dragon is really just killing us.
Yeah, but
It seems like the point towards is part of the issue. Because the calculation for that is basically like you get the two positions and then you got to do the math to figure that out, right? So
right.
it must be just excruciatingly slow when we're doing it as often as we were doing it, right? We're changing it every so. What if we made it so the point towards happens every so often in this loop? Maybe we could do something like
So you want to throw like a little counter in there or something?
That is exactly what I was thinking. This might be a good spot to put the script variable in here, right? So we can just say, we'll just leave that as A, and then we'll say
change by, right?
Yeah, so we'll in the bottom here, we'll just change it by change it by 1, and then we can just put in an if in here. Oop.
Just pull it in. You could do that too.
So what do we need to do? We want to say if
yeah, if it's over a certain.
Yeah, if it's over a certain number, right? So we want to do say if A is greater than, let's do 15 as a starting point. Then we can do the point towards, and then we set A back to 0. Right, so basically
it's not going to be there because you're not on the on the script. Now it'll be there.
Then we can set A back to 0, so change to 1, blah blah blah. That sounds good. So I'm gonna do this weird thing.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna set this variable to 16, so the first time in to this loop, it will point towards the adventure. Yeah. So I think everything else is still the same. Right. I don't know why I picked up the golden key since I didn't really need it for this.
Habit.
Even
is
that,
it not good still?
Yeah.
Looks slow.
It was really slow. Let's do 50.
I'm gonna seem worse.
It wasn't worse than
wow, look at the way it grinds down as soon as you get it's like it degrades even.
Yeah.
He's moving fast though. Like what if you made it like 200?
Let's just go big.
Yeah, right. Like it didn't look like he was lagging behind. He was pretty much sticking to you.
Oh.
What is up? Why?
But then it's running fine. So
it's definitely that loop.
Is there any way to see what this value of A is? Because A...
Could it
Oh.
be that broadcast? That's
But we're not doing a
Oh.
broadcast weight.
No, we're not. We are not. So it shouldn't block anything.
Oh, go to, and it's picking the mover, so it's going there. So this is all it does, is a go to. So that's not it. Unless there's something in the that we...
Well, that's a point at, and but it's not like steps. It's just a position.
Yeah, so there's no calculation that has to be done. It just takes the X and Y of it and goes
Yeah,
to
and
it.
puts it there. Just to see, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, I mean,
Shot right off the screen.
yeah, it was a little bit better. it was a little weird. So I'm gonna say let's make this just for the sake of argument. Let's make it like 10,000.
You think it's running that type of loop?
I don't know, man. I feel like it is because you couldn't tell that it was even sluggish to pick it up. It does not matter.
Yeah, it's just adjusting. And it's still going slow even. What's up with that?
I think I need to do a real variable that I can actually see.
Right, just so you can like view it and see what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Because like, yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss here.
I'll just do I. And then... Oh! Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, A.
Oh
No,
my goodness.
Is that what it was? Like you just typed
Yeah.
an A in there?
Yeah, I just typed an A in there.
All right, there's a backup. I think you can back out of that even. Isn't there like undo? Oh, wow. Okay, well that would explain why it was doing nothing. So maybe go back to like 500.
You know, it's funny. I should have identified that when I said it seems like it's doing nothing. Like nothing
right
is
here.
happening.
I should have identified it, right? I'm the co-pilot.
All right, so let's go back and set this to 16. We'll set this to 15.
All right.
All right, let's try that. Maybe we'll end on a good note because it's after 10.
It is after 10.
Oh, it's still really slow.
Oh, well, at least now it's doing the right thing. So if we up that number,
Yeah, so now we should be able to say let's do 500.
right? You want to change that other value?
It seems like it picks up so quick anyways.
Oh,
It was moving better though. Hold on.
it was moving a lot better.
So let's try 100 and we'll do this at 101. What? Oh, but now it's going slow. So 100. But look
It's
how
too-
fast it's following.
Yeah, I mean it's responsive, so I think you could go considerably higher.
Yeah, so
Now
let's.
500, it looked like yeah, let's do that.
I want to do extremes just to be able to actually see something drastic change. It's like even that seems. All right, I got to put that value up on the screen again. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to doing that because
Yeah, because what's going on? I agree.
let's do that. We'll change this to. All right, so it's still 1001. All
All
right, good.
Uh,
Okay, well that helps explain something.
yeah.
But why GDMI is not greater than 1000?
Yeah. What? I don't understand what we were even looking at there, John.
Well, it's almost like it was going into this loop and setting it to 0 and then setting it to 1 every time.
Uh-huh.
If this value is greater than 1000.
Point towards adventure.
Oh, gosh darn it.
What'd you do? I don't even see it now.
So this needs to be up here. And this,
Oh my God, it was in the loop, so it kept setting it back.
it was in the loop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We should change the title of this to the stream to make mistakes like a coder.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it go.
Bye-bye. So 1000 is too big.
Yeah, 1000 is a
So-
little big.
All right, let's go back to where we were. Let's try that.
Let's go with our initial instincts.
It's a little sluggish, but at least
Yeah, but it's pretty good. Actually, if you took that thing up to like 20, you might be groovy.
yeah. Let's try 20.
That's pretty good, John.
It is. It's pretty good. Oh my goodness.
So we need just like a little timer in there, like you got.
Yeah.
So if we went back to the script, then now that we're doing it correctly, it should work.
Yeah. We just needed to do it outside of the forever loop was part of the problem. We were defining it inside, and then that was
So it hit every time.
Mhm.
So it did nothing really, is what it did.
Right. All right. Well, let me save this. Because now we need to do this for the Golden Dragon also. Because remember, that's part of the issue is that in the Golden Dragon, it continues to do this the entire time. It was still sluggish, which is so weird. I can't believe that point towards is so slow. But it must be. I mean, we may have to go and... This project's actually up in GitHub. Like the source for Snap.
Really?
We may need to take a look at that and see if there's something we might be able to help out with in that. Just because, we're actually interested in why that's slow. Maybe there's a trick that we can use that'll make that faster.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Because there's that warp block in there that's supposed to help with some of this if you use it correctly. I don't know what that is exactly, because you can't just wrap everything in it or else it's worse. But there's certain things that'll process more quickly.
When we do that, would that be it?
It might need to go inside the forever. I don't know. See, that made it worse.
Oh no, it's just so fast you can't see it happening.
So like maybe if you stuck that like inside, like right at the part that's killing us. Yeah, like wrap that point towards in it. Whoa. Still a little sluggish, huh?
Yeah, it
Or
seems
is
to
it?
be about the same. You know what? It's every time it points towards. Like you'll notice
And
that I slow down every time it points towards me.
yeah, every time it readjusts, you slow. Wow, it's amazing how much that point towards. The point towards and steps is just that bad.
I don't think the steps itself is bad.
Well, no, I guess so.
Because
That's
like
true.
I think we could actually take this out, put this back in here, and if we run this, we'll now still get it. So it's not chasing me, but I can tell it keeps slowing me down.
You feel every so many ticks.
Yeah. So it's definitely happening.
So what is up with the point towards?
I don't know. We might have to take a look at that later this, maybe try to do some research and see if there's something in there. I mean, I know the general principle for the mathematics to do it, and so maybe they did something in the math for it that's like kind of slower than it should be. Maybe we could write our own JavaScript for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's...
But at least we got it. It's better. Like we definitely improved the performance of it by basically saying we only want to point towards the adventure every so many steps, right? So we're saying don't point directly at it every time. We're just saying, hey, just move every so often, which allows us to get this to work properly. The thing is that slowdown would happen every single tick, no matter where we were in the game, if we do it on the Golden Dragon, since it does it for every single thing. Like it'll happen all the time. I'll tell you, there's some of this that is making what happens in my mind is I look at this and I think, this would be probably beneficial to have maybe not have it happening in the loop the way that it does here. Because basically each of these have their own loops, right? So this, when clicked, gets its own loop that's running on its thread, and in a time sliced thread anyways. It almost feels like it would be better if we had a thing that would just say, hey, a loop that was going and would say, hey, everybody update your stuff. And then come back and then execute. You know what I mean? Like
I do, yeah. I've done several things in Scratch that way, where you have to, you just kind of fire that, everybody move.
Yeah, like, hey, next tick kind of a thing, and then everybody can make a choice on what they want to do for that tick.
Yeah, well, like, because at the scrolling screen in particular, like because I did that kind of River Raid type clone,
right.
Definitely had to do that because everything had to move at the same speed. Because when I was trying to have each sprite kind of manage itself, like some of them would slow down and be dragging down the screen while the background was moving too fast. So it needed that kind of a control.
Yeah, you needed to have something that just kind of says, okay, do something, do something, do something.
Right, and then all the stuff that's in loops, instead of being in a loop, it was tied to an animate broadcast that it would receive. So everything when it was going to move would just receive an animate. And then you can even control that loop.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it may be something that maybe we'll think about that when we do the next one.
So apparently there's in the settings menu, there's a prefer smooth animation. I don't see it though. Oh, maybe that seems like the settings, right?
Oh, maybe turbo mode.
Well, I think turbo mode is supposed to be for like more data intensive stuff, but maybe Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my
It's
gosh,
not
it's still
slowing down.
It is
but
here though.
Yeah, it's slower. It's
'Cause watch.
fast but slower.
Oh
Yeah, because I'm reading this thing. It says if your project is display intensive, an animation, a game, go to the settings menu, the one with a picture of a gear on it, and check the box prefer smooth automation. I don't see that. On the other hand, if your project is compute intensive, cracking a cipher, finding a millionth prime number, go to the settings menu and check the box turbo mode. As an alternative to turbo mode, which speeds up all your scripts at the expense of the display, you can speed up a particular script by enclosing it in the warp block. So that does processing at the sacrifice of display.
well then that would kill us on some of this here, right?
Mhm.
So, huh?
But yeah, it doesn't have the
It doesn't have
didn't
that
have
setting.
that option. Yeah.
Maybe they took it out. Maybe it wasn't working.
What's that Retina display support? That's checked off.
Oh, let's try undoing it. Oh,
Oh. Lowers the resolution? A lot? Be crazy though if it worked now.
yeah, maybe like they couldn't handle it.
Like the resolution's too high to draw it properly. Look at all the turtles.
What the heck just happened?
I don't know. Oh. Oh. No, it's still slowing down though, huh?
Yeah, so. But I lost my zoom. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see everything's like fuzzy now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a low res.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah,
I
guess
have stuff.
20 after. Yeah.
I got some stuff I need to do. Thanks everybody for joining us again on I don't know, on an attempt to make an adventure clone.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we didn't actually get the bat to pick anything up because we got stuck in that slowdown thing. But I think solving the slowdown is kind of important for this.
Yeah, well, the game's got to run, right?
Yeah.
So. All right.
Very
Well,
cool. Pete, have a great weekend.
You too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds great.
All right. So long.